a warm Ottawa welcome to Rakesh Mishra.
Queen of country, safe and sound, with villains 6 feet underground, and no one knows, cause no one's found any trace of a man for all seasons. Loves him and leaves.
Good afternoon, Ottawa. Let me take you to journey of my life. When my 3.5-hour-old son helped me to save my life from committing suicide and gave me the purpose to live life. It was my 35th birthday. Few friends, they paid surprise visit to my home. Had little fun, little cake cutting, some drinks. That night, I couldn't sleep. I was thinking, I'm 35 already, half of my active age. Soon I'll be 70, 80, 90, 100 if I'm lucky to be living that age. And dead and gone is all about life. Second day, woke up, asked my parents, my wife and son, I want to go 1 week to Cuba to find my purpose of life. Second morning, decision was made. In a couple of weeks, I was in Cuba. What I did every morning, I used to get up late and go to ocean, take few dips, come back and have a couple of beers, and lie down on those soft white towels on my necker and used to write. In 1 week, I wrote 1,700 pages. But now my vacation is over. I have to read also to find my purpose. And I extended my vacation by another week. And in that week, when I reflected all this writing, I realized, Rakesh, you always love to help people. I started teaching because of the poor family condition. When I was 10-year-old, I was teaching 5 to 6-year-old kids. I said, that is my purpose. And I found my temporary purpose. And I decided in Cuba to become a billionaire, not the money-wise, rather reaching billion people before my last breath. And I came back to Toronto. But to help others, first I needed to help myself. I have to support my family both here and India. So I said, what I need? So I came with the plan, hey, I needed only just 3 things. And I decided to retire in the next 10 years by my 45th birthday. And those 3 things, just pay off your house, your living, put down $100,000 for each kid when they're born for their education, and find the way to earn $5,000 every month without working, some passive way. And I needed $2.5 million in next 10 years. Came back to Toronto, used to work at TD Bank as IT professional, making $85,000 salary a year after tax and deductions, $4,675.90 every month. And that was my expenses. I said I had to save $250,000 a year to reach my target of $2.5 million for 10 years. I said, how is it possible? Then after this Google and the friends and the seminar and the workshop and the books, someone said, hey, try to become consultant. I did that. Thanks to workopolis.com. And I found the job as a consultant at around close to $100 an hour. So with that, I started making around $20,000 a month, my consulting income. So my now take home gone almost 4 times. I said, that's good. But it's still, that will not take me to $250,000 a year. But still, I'm on my way, happy. Then one day, I realized, hey, this gentleman, the headhunter placing me to the company, how much he might be making on me. So I found out in a way. They said they make around $3,000 to $4,000 every month as a cut their commission. I said, wow, can I do that? So I started, again, talking to the people, mentor agencies, blah, 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 blah. And then it took around 2 years, and I was able to place around 10 to 12 people, and they started giving me around $3,500 every month. So basically, cut the story short, $55,000 every month. And if anybody from GTA in Greater Toronto area, real estate is really been good. All this extra money I was putting into the real estate. And last 15 years basically been really, really fabulous. Life was moving smoothly. Now I'm going to finish my target much before 10 years. I was sure. As per plan, my wife conceived with our second son. And here I found myself in that hospital room, 3.5-hour-old baby in my arms. Doctor took away my wife to reoperate on her because of some complications developed during C-section delivery. I was trying to play with my newborn, but somehow from inside, something was not coming. Now, I listened this weird sound outside. I asked the nurse, what is that? She said, it's a code blue. I said, I didn't know what code blue that time, but I know code blue now. 2 doctors came into the room, and I was holding my baby, and when I saw their long and sad face, they say, Mr. Mishra, she fought up to the last moment, but she is no more. I just lost the strength in my feet. I just dropped down to the floor with my baby. Nurse came, she took baby away. And doctor said, she was in the bad position, we have to do some cleanup. It will take an hour or so before we take you to the dead body. I said, okay. So then they took me to the dead body. I went, first time, lifeless body of my wife. Touched her, just sat down on the chair next to her, and just only the tears, no sound, no cry. Looks like by this time, code blue was stopped with the heartbeat of my wife, and my sound looks like stopped at the same time. Doctor asked me if I want to call somebody. I said, doctor, can you give me some time alone to be with my wife? They left the room. In around 5 seconds, I decided to commit suicide. My love is gone, whom I'm going to live for? And I decided to jump the window and finish myself. So I just stood up and kissed my wife's forehead and went to jump the window, and I realized I cannot jump because it was sealed or not very easy to open. I said, okay, that's fine. Chair is there, I'll break the glass and jump. So I took out the chair, and about to hit I thought, let me see, somebody's the other side. When I lean over, I said, height is not enough. I may not die. And I said, okay, that's fine, I'll go to the rooftop. And I just touched my wife, and I said, okay, bye. And I went to the rooftop, and I decided to jump. Before jump, I thought, hey, can I go and just kiss my newborn one last time? So I started coming down, and I thought, let's go to see my wife once more. I went to the wife, but somehow this time I was really, really happy. You know why? Because I went there, I say, darling, I'm coming to you in few minutes. Just let me see our newborn, and I'm coming to you. And now I'm walking to the baby section where the baby was. And I'm on the midway in the hall, and I realize, hey, I was sitting here just 5 hours before with my elder son and my parents. And I saw one 3 to 4 year old boy playing with his dad. And I just stopped and looked at, I said, wow. Both kids, they lost their mom, but my wife didn't have any control on her to save herself, though she fought up to the last breath. Now I am going to commit suicide, and they will lose the father also. But I have a choice to take my life away or to live for my kids. So this code blue has given me the code to find my purpose. I rushed to that baby room, and I went and I hugged my kid, and this time I literally cried. And after that, things became normal. I started living my life. After around 3.5 years, My elder son became 7-year-old, and it was Mother's Day. And he comes home with the Mother's Day card, and he gives to me. And I read that card, and that card says, Papa, I love you. Can you bring me a mother? I talked to him, because it's very difficult. I don't know how to talk to 7-year-old. I said, my dear son, we talk in Hindi, in Indian language. My dear son, I'm doing everything for you. I'm playing mom and dad. You know what he said? He said, Papa, I love you. But Papa, I don't like when you do the chores, which normally mothers do. So I thought maybe he said, no, Papa. Then I talked to him, like very adult way. I said, can you give me 1 year? And within a year, I got remarried again. And now I have one more son with my second wife. So I have 3 sons and wife and family and living, and everything is fine. But after all these chaotic scenes and struggles, I came to the conclusion, no matter how adverse situation is, as long as you are breathing, it's not done yet. And once you stop breathing, who cares? Ladies and gentlemen, one humble request from each of you: stretch, stretch, and stretch beyond your comfort zone to find and live your passion of life before this lovely journey of life comes to an end. Thank you.
Well done. Congratulations. Well done.